Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju quotes Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to say Maharaja Hari Singh wanted to join India in July 1947 itself, a month before independence. He said Pandit Nehru rejected the request and he conjured up some special case for Kashmir. The Law Minister asks, what was the special case? Vote bank politics. This battle is set to escalate in the days and weeks ahead in poll-bound Gujarat. I'm Gaurav Sawant. We get you the story, but as always, let's get started with the headlines on India First. Main accused in the Kerala occult murders, Shafi arrested. Police say Shafi, who was a pervert and a psychopath, brainwashed the couple into the occult practices and alleged cannibalism. In an exclusive interview to India Today, frontrunner for Congress presidentship Mallikarjun Kharge takes on Shashi Tharoor, asks, where was Tharoor when I was a block resident? Says Tharoor cannot judge him. Language war reignites. Southern satraps accuse the Narendra Modi government of Hindi imposition. After Stalin's challenge, Kerala Chief Minister now seeks Prime Minister Narendra Modi's intervention. With Saurav Ganguly out of the BCCI, TMC alleges a conspiracy. Says the BJP wanted Saurav Ganguly out because he did not campaign for the BJP in Bengal. Madhya Pradesh Home Minister objects to the new ad featuring Amir Khan and Kiara Advani. Hindu groups claim the ad hurts religious sentiments. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement in poll-bound Gujarat praising Sardar Patel for the successful merger of princely states into the Union of India, except Jammu and Kashmir, because it was being handled by another person, has resulted in a full-fledged war of words between the opposition Congress and the ruling BJP. The Congress accused the Prime Minister of whitewashing real history. Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju mounted a swift counter-attack, quoting Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in Lok Sabha to accuse the first Prime Minister of dithering on the accession of Jammu and Kashmir, and asked, was it for vote bank politics? In poll-bound Gujarat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi invoked the Iron Man of India, Sardar Patel, first Home Minister of independent India, to say that he was following in the footsteps of Sardar Patel.
यार मोदी साहब બધું કામ તો સરસ કરે જો દિલ્હીમાં, પણ એ મોદી સાહેબ નથી કરતા. એ તો સરદાર સાહેબના પદચિહ્નો પર ચાલે છે ભાઈઓ, એટલે કામ થાય. પરંતુ સરદાર સાહેબની ધરતીના મને સંસ્કાર હતા, સરદાર સાહેબના પદચિહ્નો પર ચાલતા હતા, એટલે કાશ્મીરની સમસ્યા પણ પૂરી કરી અને સરદાર સાહેબને સાચી શ્રદ્ધાંજલિ આપી દીધી.
Congress MP and General Secretary in charge communication, Jairam Ramesh, accused the Prime Minister of whitewashing real history. He took to social media platform Twitter to say the Prime Minister has once again whitewashed real history. He overlooks the following facts only to castigate Nehru on J&K. All this has been documented well in Rajmohan Gandhi's biography of Sardar Patel. These facts are also known to the Prime Minister's new man in J&K, in an oblique reference to Ghulam Nabi Azad. Jairam Ramesh claimed Maharaja Hari Singh dithered on accession, but when Pakistan invaded, the Maharaja acceded to India. He went on to say that Sheikh Abdullah championed accession because of his friendship and admiration for Pandit Nehru. Ramesh also said Sardar Patel was okay with J&K going to Pakistan till September 13, 1947, when the Nawab of Junagadh acceded to Pakistan. On Wednesday, Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju hit back saying, this historical lie that Maharaja Hari Singh Dither on question of accession of Kashmir with India has gone on for far too long in order to protect the dubious role of Jawaharlal Nehru. The Union Law Minister then went on to quote then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru speaking in Lok Sabha on July 24, 1952, and said the first time Maharaja Hari Singh approached Nehru for accession to India was July 1947, a month before independence, and that Nehru rebuffed the Maharaja. Kiran Rijiju responded to Jairam Ramesh saying, not only did Nehru reject Maharaja Hari Singh's request in July 1947, but that he was also dithering in October 1947. He quoted Nehru in Parliament. I remember it must have been the 27th of October, after practically an all-day sitting in the evening, we came to the conclusion that in spite of all the risks and the dangers involved, we could not say no to that appeal, and that we had to go there to help them. It was not an easy matter. Rijiju insisted it was Nehru who conjured up some special case for Kashmir and wanted more than mere accession. He asked if it was vote bank politics. Bureau Report, India Today. Is there merit in Congress leader Jairam Ramesh saying the Prime Minister is whitewashing real history? Or is there merit in the Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju accusing independent India's first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru for dithering on accession, even though Maharaja Hari Singh approached him informally in July 1947, a month before independence? And here, the Law Minister is quoting parliamentary debates and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's speeches in Parliament. Joining me on India First, Rakesh Sinha, BJP MP Rajya Sabha, Ravindra Sharma is a senior Congress leader in Jammu and Kashmir, and Farooq Renzu Shah is an author and former bureaucrat who joins us from the Kashmir Valley. Rakesh Sinha, I want to begin by asking you, respond to Jairam Ramesh accusing Prime Minister Narendra Modi of whitewashing real history, insisting it was Maharaja Hari Singh who actually dithered on independence since he was dreaming of independence, and accession happened only when Pakistan invaded in October 1947.
You know, the truth about Jammu and Kashmir becomes the criticism of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. And this time Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji spoke the truth about the Jammu and Kashmir, unraveled the real history of Jammu and Kashmir, and that naturally becomes a critic of Pandit Nehru. The reason is that when Raja Hari Singh signed the instrument of accession, before signing the instrument of accession, he was completely inclined to India. And inclination of India is not only for the Indian state, but for the Indian people, and also the certain socio and cultural organization. Raja Hari Singh always looked to India to support and protect the dynasty, because this dynasty emerged from decay and destruction, only dynasty which emerged from decay and destruction. They had love for the Kashmir, not because they were rulers. The dynasty has purchased the Kashmir and Ladakh in 7.5 million rupees from the East India Company in 1846, and in 1925 Raja Hari Singh became its ruler, and Raja Hari Singh was a very popular ruler, very inclusive ruler, which they would not accept, because Nehru was a friend of Sheikh Abdullah, who was in jail for 11 years. It was painful for Pandit Nehru that Abdullah was in jail. And that here Raja Hari Singh made primary education compulsory. He developed the state.
Okay.
He cared for the Muslims, so he was popular. Here
So-
Sheikh Abdullah took a communal line, and that communal line was endorsed by none other than Jawaharlal Nehru. So Jairam Ramesh has to respond to the nation why Nehru always protected, patronized, and supported Sheikh Abdullah, who was going against the sentiment of the people. And it was first
Let me
time
take this
that
to-
in a secular India, a part of India has given, just I'm concluding, given a slogan of that Muslim subjects and the Hindu ruler. It never happened. In fact,
Okay.
the subjects were demographically changed by the conversion and the pressure.
Let me take this to Ravindra Sharma. Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju quotes Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's statement in Lok Sabha on the 24th of July 1952, saying that the first time Maharaja Hari Singh approached Nehru for accession to India was actually in July 47 itself, a month before India became independent. He says it was Nehru who rebuffed the Maharaja. Response, sir.
No, the question is that what delayed the accession? It was the reasons before the Maharaja too, but Maharaja was wavering till 26th of October. And what Pandit Nehru said in the parliament is that some informal approach or dialogue was going on, but things were not calm and clear, because the Sheikh Abdullah's party was having hold in the entire Kashmir Valley. He was the most popular leader at that time of the Muslim majority Kashmir Valley, and he was in favor of accession with India, and then he was clear on the stand, but there were divergent and differing views in his party too. Things were not quite clear by the time that on 12th of August, Maharaja's letter to Pakistan, standstill agreement, makes it clear that Maharaja wanted to tie with the idea of independence too. I will quote his subsequent instrument letter accompanying the instrument accession that will make the things clear, because what Pandit Nehru said, I think that's true, but the question is Maharaja was not coming forth. I will quote stanza from the, I have to inform your, this is a letter accompanying
Yes.
the instrument of accession. I have to inform your excellency that a grave emergency has arisen in my state and request for immediate assistance of your government. As your excellency is aware, the state of Jammu and Kashmir has not acceded to either the dominion of India or Pakistan. Geographically, my state is contiguous with both of them. Besides, my state has common boundaries with the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic and with China. In the external relations, the dominion of India or Pakistan cannot ignore this fact. I wanted to take time to decide
Yes.
to which dominion I should accede to, or whether it is not in the best interest of both the dominions and of my state to stand independent, of course, with friendly and cordial relations with both.
So he
This
was
is
also
the
looking at
letter-
the standstill agreement to make up his mind, even in.
this is-
Oh, go on, sir.
Sir, this is the letter for 26th October 1947, which accompanied it, the instrument of accession. And he attached the instrument of accession, but the Maharaja himself commits that I still wanted to have more time to decide
Okay.
whether to
Farooq
join
Shah-
India or Pakistan or to remain independent.
Okay,
And
Farooq
thereafter-
Shah, the Union
thereafter
Law
too.
Minister quotes from Pandit Nehru's statement in Lok Sabha to say Maharaja Hari Singh was informally talking of accession in July itself. Nehru rejected Hari Singh's request and asks, what is this special case that Nehru was talking about J&K, and asks, the Law Minister of India asks, was it vote bank politics?
Yes, you was asking me question.
Yes, Farooq Shah.
Hello,
Go on, sir.
it is to me.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, I'll come back to you while we can reestablish that line in just a moment. But Rakesh Sinha explained the Law Minister saying that Nehru actually conjured up some special case for Kashmir and wanted much more than mere accession. He asks, what was this special case talking about vote bank politics? Rakesh Sinha.
You know, Law Minister quoted Nehru's statement in the Parliament, and somebody, a senior politician and parliamentarian like Jairam Ramesh, is trying to negate that. This is very unfortunate. But what I want to here establish that why they are angry with Prime Minister Modi ji and criticizing Modi ji. The reason is that Nehru is being exposed here. And Congress is self-exposing. They should not jump into this debate. Because Nehru, when Raja Hari Singh approached New Delhi, and obviously Prime Minister Nehru, he had in mind that Kashmir is should be ruled by a Muslim, it is a Muslim state, it should go to the Pakistan. At least it should not become the part of India. Nehru was very crystal clear. Even after the signing, after Raja Hari Singh signed, Nehru internationalized it. Who asked him to internationalize it? From whom he took the mandate? It was cabinet? Was it from the parliament? Had he consulted Vallabhbhai Patel? Who authorized Nehru to approach United Nations on the question of Jammu and Kashmir? Let the Congress respond this question. Because it was his own view. He wanted to create such a mess that India should back out from the Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir become the part of Pakistan.
No, but on what basis are you saying that, sir? That's a very grave charge. No, no. On what basis are you saying that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru wanted Kashmir to be a part of Pakistan? And had that been the case, why would he send the army on the 27th of October, 1947?
This is untrue.
You know, no, it was not. It was the pressure of
from very beginning.
Raja Maharaja Hari Singh.
One by one. Hold on. Farooq shall come back to you. Hold on. Farooq shall come back to you. I only want to hear Rakesh Sinha for the moment, please.
It was the pressure of the Indian people. Had Nehru gone against this pressure, he would have been thrown out from the New Delhi, because it was the pressure of the Indian people that we should support Maharaja. It was the pressure. Vallabhbhai Patel was there, and RSS played a very vital. Nobody can ignore that RSS played a very vital role in Jammu and Kashmir when the tribesmen attacked Jammu and Kashmir. But main point I want to say that who had given mandate to Jawaharlal Nehru to approach United Nations? A Prime Minister is approaching United Nations without the mandate of the cabinet, without consulting the senior members of the cabinet like Vallabhbhai Patel. It could be in two ways, either from the mandate of the cabinet or parliament, or the senior colleagues of the cabinet. He had not done. Alone he went that. Only because to appease Sheikh Abdullah. He was a comrade in arms with the Sheikh Abdullah. Even if he was in jail, he was very much sympathetic to Sheikh Abdullah.
Let me take this to Ravinder
Sharma. Was not in favor of accession.
Okay, Ravinder Sharma has his hand up. He wants to respond to you because,
yes,
Mr. Sharma, after the Independence of India Act 1947, hear me out, sir. More than 500 princely states merged with the Union of India. Why was Kashmir treated differently, asks the Law Minister. Why was some special status raked up for Kashmir? Why was there a special case?
Gaurav, I am coming to your question, but first I will counter Mr. Sinha, who has wrongly said and without any basis said that Pandit Jawaharlal wanted Jammu and Kashmir to join with Pakistan. It was Lord Mountbatten too who suggested. I quoted the letter of Maharaja of 1947, 26th October. I can quote further, wherein in the instrument of accession 2, Maharaja said that, I'll quote, nothing in this instrument affects the continuance of my sovereignty in and over the state, or save as provided by or under this instrument, the exercise of any powers or authority right now enjoyed by me as a ruler. Maharajas was still, after instrument of accession time, with the idea of continuing as Maharaja. This is being quoted from the documents. This is in the instrument of accession. Subsequently, but Sinha Sahab has said it is totally wrong. Rather, Sardar Patel was not convinced up to the 13th of September, what Jairam Rameshji has said. He has quoted from the history, and it is true that he was not convinced. He had already said, we have already enough on our plate. We should not mess up on Kashmir.
Okay.
But after the
I'll come to that aspect about Sardar Patel talking about, you know, Junagadh and the state of Hyderabad. But
yes,
why did Pandit Nehru go to the United Nations? Is there merit in Rakesh Sinha saying he had neither the mandate of the parliament or his senior cabinet colleagues, including Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel?
See, Gaurav, we are first dealing with the question in the debate is that who dithed on Kashmir. This is subsequent events, I'll come to that. But the question is, it is wrong to suggest that Nehru dithed. Even Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah ultimately decided in the Governing Council that we should go for India. He stood for India. Even Jinnah came twice to persuade him and to browbeat him. to join Pakistan. So Jinnah had said in dawn 24th August 1947 that the time has come to tell Maharaja to make a choice and join Pakistan. So in those circumstances, Nehru wanted that it should have the popular support, and ultimately the popular support was there, but Maharaja delayed it till the raiders.
Okay, so you're saying Maharaja delayed it. Rakesh Sinha, Jairam Ramesh argues Sheikh Abdullah championed the accession to India entirely, and he says this because of his friendship with and admiration for Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and respect for Mahatma Gandhi. And he then goes on to say that Sardar Patel was okay with J&K going to Pakistan till as late as September 13, 1947, when the Nawab of Junagadh acceded to Pakistan. So that is where the game changed as far as Sardar Patel was concerned. And Rajmohan Gandhi then draws that analogy of the king, the queen and the pawn. Junagadh being the pawn, Nizam of Hyderabad or Hyderabad state being king, and Kashmir, the queen, Sardar Patel was earlier willing to sacrifice.
You know, others are writing on secondary materials. When the writing is based on secondary materials, there is a risk of getting misinterpreted and misinformation. Here I am quoting Meher Chand Mahajan. Meher Chand Mahajan was third Chief Justice of India, and earlier he was the Prime Minister of Maharaja Hari Singh. He played a very important role in accession of Jammu and Kashmir. Here three things are very important. Mahajan categorically says that Maharaja was in favor of accession. That's why there was a great deal between the Maharaja and the Indian people. I call it Indian people because Nehru was out of the scene. He was everything he was doing under compulsion of the Indian people and Sardar Patel. Second important thing is that Sheikh Abdullah was playing a communal card, and communal card definitely favored the Pakistan. And Pakistan, when Jawaharlal Nehru internationalized this, that went in favor of Pakistan, because Pakistan was claiming that a Hindu ruler was subjugating an autocratic rule of Hindu ruler on the Muslim subjects. You know, when you go to United Nations, naturally it goes in favor of the Pakistan. It happened. So Jairam Ramesh had to respond that. What Prime Minister said today, that is a very important thing, that it was a section of the Indian ruler in New Delhi, like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He was supporting the communal politics of Sheikh Abdullah. Why Sheikh Abdullah was second time arrested? First time 11 years, during this Lal Bahadur Shastri regime, he was again arrested. What, had he been a patriotic and in favor of India, why did Lal Bahadur Shastri government arrested him next time?
So I've run out of time on this part of the debate, but this is
and pro-Pakistan.
This is a question that's only likely to escalate in the days and weeks ahead. History being relooked once again, and especially the critical issue of Jammu and Kashmir, where the Law Minister once again says we are still paying for the follies, as he puts it, of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Is that actually the case? We'll track that story closely. To both my guests, many thanks for joining me.